Well. Men det er hyggeligt nok, det er blevet sådan orange, fordi der var så mange grøntomater også. Well, it's about being drastic. That's half the foliage of the tree. It's gonna be interesting. I've had this for quite a while, but it's not what you would call bonsai. You can just go to IKEA and buy one. It's kind of cheating because this is actually roots. They just stick out of the ground. These kind of roots, they grow very fast, and you just take them out of the ground, repot them again, and you have an interesting trunk, which it's kind of cool, but it's grafted on. It's a different species of leaf than these kind of roots would have originally. It's actually these kind of roots, leaves, sorry, that's adherent to this kind of root system. But it's a fun and interesting trunk. Anyways. And this one should be very interesting because this plastic is on because I wrapped the roots around an old lava rock. So now I'll unpack it and see how it went and remove the moss and see if I've got some good roots going down into the ground, which I hope, of course. It's been a year and a half since I made it, so there should be. I'm gonna be quite rough here because I only want the roots that are actually going down into the ground. Yeah, we've got one right here. It looks good. And the other one is also dead. The other one that I started guiding down. Interesting. But 2 new ones made it down, so I'm pretty happy about that. So I guess I picked this as the front because I have the one big root here and another small one which I hope will survive as well. I just want to cut the grass one more time this year, especially the blackberries, because if I leave them grow they get thick and next year they'll be harder to cut. And eventually I want to kill the blackberries on the hills where I don't want them. And I've heard if you cut them again and again you can get rid of them slowly because they need longer branches and leaves to sustain their roots. So hopefully I can kill them this way. I guess you can say I really spilled the beans on this one. Go inside. I'm trying to eat funny. No, but I don't like to go empty-handed when I go into the basement, so I thought I'd bring something we need to throw in the compost pile. The previous owners, they did these beans and tomatoes containers, and this is some old leftover beans we have in these big white bags. So I just want to put it on the compost and we at least get something out of it. And then while I walk I hear the beans slowly spilling, and then I put it down, get the wheelbarrow because I don't want to spill anymore, and then when I pick it up to put it in the wheelbarrow it goes everywhere. That's just my luck. Mondays. I just stood up the bamboo sunbed and I forgot about the back support and it flipped and snapped off. So there's more to repair. Great start to the day. Now, to ensure I don't make the same mistake of cracking the back support, I'll tape it. Ciao. Sera. Jeg kan godt sige dig tidligere, da jeg var herude, mens det regnede helt vildt, så var det bare en sø, det her.
Er det rigtigt?
Ja.
Det er ikke så godt.
Jo. A little too dark to do bonsai right now. It's typical when the rain finally stops, but there's also a day tomorrow. Very nice little mold.
Yeah. Station.
Det der bord snart. Nej! Sikkert er et sindssygt tilfælde.
Er det også?
Der er kattespor i cementen.
Nå! Lad os se. Hvad gør du så med det, du har trillet?
Dem der er gået i stykker, dem hvad det hedder, nu smider jeg ned af skrænten, der hvor jeg har lagt jord tidligere lige oppe i fintræet. Og dem der ikke er gået i stykker, lægger han i en stor teglbunke. That spot where I just removed some old roofing tiles is actually the place where our electrical system is grounded. So I have to cover it up, but you still have to be able to access it. So when I removed these stones and took them into the garden, I just thought I might build a little wall and then put this marble plate that I found in the garden on top, and I could put plants on top of it, and then that would hide it. And you could still fairly quickly remove it and access it if you need to. So that's what I'm doing now. It's not pretty, but it's definitely better looking than before with the all the old roofing tiles. Now I just need to get the palm tree planted in the garden, and then I want to try to fix this old terracotta container. Pot, I guess you'd call it, of course. And then we'll have plenty of room for the entrepreneur to begin working on the 2 stables. More precisely fixing the roof. I can see I've have a bit of an issue with moisture inside the old inside the basement of the 2 stables, because yeah, there's just a lot of moisture in there. So because there's big holes in the roof of the small room of the 2 stables. So I'm very much looking forward to getting that fixed, so stuff in the basement in there won't get too damaged, because that's basically where I'll put all the stuff from the 2 stables at first floor. I'll get there. It's just this weather is just, sometimes it rains too much to work outside. Although it can be fun to work in the rain, I guess.
Ja, ikke dårligt.
Det er jo sådan. Jeg tænker her. Ja, men det synes jeg også.
Altså sådan står lige sådan.
Yep.
Oven på den lille top der.
Yep.
Kan man ikke, altså, vil man så kan man jo lige sætte en lille stol her ved siden af.
Ja.
Så lige kigge lidt.
Mm. Ja.
Jeg tror ikke, jeg har noget bedre.
Planting out the palm tree because I want to do something else with the pot, and since I can't fix the pot while the tree is in there, I might as well pot it out. I'd much rather have a Japanese maple tree in there, make a big beautiful one, bonsai / garden tree. So this is where the palm is gonna sit. We'll see if it survives.
Via, ciao Cristian.
Ciao, buona serata.
Saluta Steffi.
Sì.
Ciao.
Skal vi tage billederne?
Jeg var lige lidt hårdere, end jeg havde regnet med det her. Og den kommer der igennem, så mange ord. I need to saw some of the wooden part off this table down underneath, which the the tile here is attached to, because it sucks in a lot of water and it keeps expanding and it will rot very quickly. But I feel like if I cut a few centimeters in, it'll slow down this process, because the water has a harder time getting to it. That's my idea, at least. It's been a very rainy week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday it just rained. So you couldn't do much work outside, so I tried to work in between the big rainfalls, but that's just frustrating. But still got some things done, but I'm happy this weekend, and by the looks of it, the beginning of next week is gonna be good, because it's more fun to work in sunshine, let's be honest. But still, the courtyard is almost empty and ready for the entrepreneur. Right now we're just going back and forth about small details, about windows in the roof and all sorts of stuff, because there's a lot of rules we need to follow, and it needs to be registered with the state, and it's actually a bit exhausting, but we'll get there, and I hope we can start soon. As I said last week, yes, I planted out the palm trees. We did some pancakes, because, yeah, just to get through the rainy days. Need to treat yourselves now and then, as long as it's not all the time. Yeah, not much else to say, I think, but thank you so much for watching, as always, and I'll see you next week.